Hi, my friends, welcome back to my channel. Have you ever started a new job or been in a situation where you wanted to make a good impression but didn't know what to say? That was me on my first day at work. I was excited, but I was also nervous. I wanted to come across as polite and professional, and I had no idea how to talk to my boss or ask for help. But don't worry. Today, I'll share my story and teach you some polite English phrases that can help in situations like these. You'll also get a chance to practice with me. By the end of this video, you'll feel more confident about using polite phrases in English. Let's get started. 1. Meeting the boss. When I walked into the office, I saw my new boss, Mr. Carter, standing near the desk. My heart was racing a little because I wanted to make a great first impression. So I took a deep breath and said, "Good morning, Mr. Carter. It's nice to meet you." He smiled and replied, "Good morning, Selena. Welcome to the team." That made me feel a bit more comfortable. I smiled back and said, "Thank you. May I introduce myself? My name is Selena." Mr. Carter nodded and said, "Nice to meet you, Selena. How are you today?" I answered politely, "I'm doing well. Thank you. How about you?" Let's pause for a moment. Have you ever been in a situation where you needed to greet someone important, like a boss or a teacher? These moments can feel stressful, but using polite phrases like the ones I just shared can help you sound confident and respectful. Here are the phrases I used when meeting my boss. "Good morning, Mr. Carter. It's nice to meet you. May I introduce myself? My name is Selena. How are you today?" These are simple yet effective sentences you can use to make a good impression. When you meet someone important, a polite greeting can set the tone. Let's practice saying these phrases together. Repeat after me. "Good morning, Mr. Carter. It's nice to meet you." Pause for you to repeat. "May I introduce myself? My name is Selena. How are you today?" Getting help from a coworker. After my chat with Mr. Carter, I sat down at my desk and opened the file for my new project. It looked complicated and honestly, I had no idea where to start. I felt a little lost, so I decided to ask my coworker, Emily, for help. I walked up to her desk and said, "Hi, Emily. Could you help me with something? I'm a little confused about this new project and don't know where to start." Emily smiled warmly and said, "Of course, Selena. I can explain it to you." Her kind response made me feel much better, and I replied, "Thank you so much. Could you please explain this task to me? I'm still learning how things work here." Emily said, "No problem. Let's go over it together, and I'll help you." Realizing I needed more help. As Emily explained the project, I understood most of it. But there was still one part I didn't feel confident about, a report I needed to finish before meeting with Mr. Carter. So I asked Emily again, "Emily, could you help me with this report too? I'm not sure if I'm doing it right." She nodded and said, "Sure, let me take a look." Emily was so kind and helpful, but I didn't want to take up too much of her time. So I said, "Would it be possible to meet later today to go over everything again? I want to make sure it's correct before our meeting with Mr. Carter." Emily smiled and replied, "Of course. Let's meet this afternoon, and I'll help you with everything. Let's look at the phrases I used. Did you notice the polite phrases I used when asking Emily for help? These phrases are great for work, school, or even everyday situations. Here they are. Could you please explain this task to me? This is a polite way to ask for help and shows respect for the other person's time. Could you help me with this report? This is a softer way to make a request, so it sounds less direct. Would it be possible to meet later to go over this? This phrase is polite and gives the other person a choice. If you've ever felt unsure about asking for help, these phrases can make it much easier. Let's practice them now. Repeat after me. Could you please explain this task to me? Pause for you to repeat. Could you help me with this report? Pause for you to repeat. Would it be possible to meet later to go over this? Pause for you to repeat. Why politeness matters. Being polite at work isn't just about using nice words. It helps you build good relationships with your coworkers and shows them that you respect their time and efforts. When you ask for help in a kind way, people are more willing to support you, and it creates trust and teamwork. Have you ever asked for help in English? How did it go? Let me know in the comments below. Learning polite phrases is a great way to feel more confident and make a good impression, whether you're at work, school, or anywhere else. Keep practicing these phrases, and you'll see the difference they can make. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for part 2. And I'll see you in the next video.